Right, so hello everyone. I hope you are having a lovely Saturday. It's the 11th of June, and this video is going to be about my proposal for the 72, as it is currently getting withdrawn. And it will also be about the history of the 72 and the 533, plus news about my petition that I am doing to basically not have the 72 get withdrawn, because bear in mind, Hammersmith Bridge shut about 4 years ago now, and it's about time that people, TfL just alter the bus routes. And I know that's not easy for TfL, but it's just so hard. And I know Hammersmith Bridge is at the moment actually open, but the thing is, the 533 is a service that runs from Hammersmith to Castleknock. Castleknock is the south side of Hammersmith Bridge. My problem with that route is that because it's a circular route, it goes Hammersmith, Chiswick Bridge, Mortlake, Barnes Bridge, and then onto Castleknock, and then back round to Barnes Bridge and Chiswick Bridge, and so on to Hammersmith. The problem with that route is that even though it is a circular route and goes to Castleknock, it doesn't go beyond there. It just goes back to Barnes and then on to Hammersmith. Whereas the 72, what that would do is it would follow this current 533 from Hammersmith, since my proposal is that it goes from Hammersmith to Roehampton, and when it arrives at Castleknock, it will just continue straight, so it wouldn't be a circular service. Now, I have put my petition in the description, but I will just put it in the live chat, just so that you can just click it whenever. I'm going to pin the message as well. It's there if you want to check it. Now, I'm now going to go on to the history of the 72 and the 533. The first will be the 72, and then I'll do the 533. I've got all the notes here as well. So, So, I know you can't, I can't see the live chat nor the stream at the moment, but I know my camera's on, so you can see me. So, the 72 commenced operation on the 3rd of October 1934 between Hammersmith Brook Green and Hammersmith Brook Green as a circular route, when via Castleknock, Barnes Common, Roehampton Lane, Roehampton, Dover House Road, and then back to Barnes Common, and then Castleknock, as a Monday to Saturday service. The route was initially operated by London Transport from their Turnham Green garage V, which I'm pretty sure is now Shepherd's Bush, but I'm not sure if they're all in the same place. I doubt they were, because Shepherd's Bush and Turnham Green are two totally different areas. Now, it was using double-deckers. Prior to this date, the route was numbered the 373. So, then on the 24th of March 1937, the route was diverted at Roehampton via Kingston bypass to Tolworth, and part of the allegation was transferred to the Middle Row stop. I don't know why I say stop. I mean the Middle Row prefixed X garage. At the same time, a Sunday service was introduced. So, from the 13th of April 1938 until the 8th of April 1942, the Saturday PM service, with PM being afternoon, and the Sunday service was extended from Tolworth to Chessington Zoo. The route was withdrawn between Tolworth and Chessington Zoo during the winter months. So, on the 12th of October 1938, the route was extended from Hammersmith to East Acton, replacing the withdrawn section of the 93, and the Middle Row allegation was transferred to the Turnham Green garage again. On the 4th of January 1939, the route was diverted in Tolworth via Kingston Road instead of Warren Drive South. On the 3rd of May 1939, the Turnham Green allegation was transferred to a garage called Chalverton Road. On the 5th of March 1941, the Monday to Friday service was extended from Tolworth to Hook. On the 2nd of April 1941, the Sunday service was extended from East Acton to North Wembley and was part of the allegation. I don't know why there's was. There shouldn't be a was there. And part of the allegation was transferred to the Alberton garage, which unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. Oh no. On the 24th of October 1941, the Chalverton Road allegation was transferred to Riverside Garage. Here we go again. On the 20th of November 1941, the Riverside allegation was transferred back to Chalverton Road Garage. On the 22nd of October, no, not October, 22nd of April 1942, the Monday to Saturday service was extended from Tolworth to Hook. On the 30th of September 1942, the route was extended to Esher. On the 12th of November 1947, the Chalverton Road allegation was transferred to the Riverside Garage. At the same time, some vehicles, I think they're old Route Masters, AEC Regent Triple L's were replaced by AEC Regent STs. Park Row Body Guy Arabs and AEC Renowns. I don't know what that means. I think it's some kind of vehicle. On the 13th of April 1949, the Alberton allegation was transferred to Riverside Garage. At the same time, the route was withdrawn between East Acton and North Wembley. This section was replaced by Route 79. On the 12th of August 1958, the Monday to Friday service was extended from East Acton to Park Row Stadium. On the 26th of November 1958, the Sunday service was withdrawn between Tolworth and Esher. On the 14th of October 1959, Sunday service was withdrawn and replaced by Route 72A. On the 23rd of January 1966, the route was diverted at East Acton via Duquesne Road, replacing the withdrawn section of the 71. The Sunday service was reintroduced, replacing withdrawn Route 72A. On the 31st of December 1966, the route was withdrawn between Park Royal and East Acton, and the Saturday service was withdrawn between Tolworth and Esher. Now, yeah, this is it. The route masters were introduced at this time. On the 24th of January 1970, the route was diverted at the Scaly Isles to Hampton Court Station, replacing the withdrawn section of Route 152 in the extended school times, and was extended school times to Hampton Grammar School. Right. On the 18th of November 1972, Monday to Friday service was extended in East Acton to what we know now as East Acton Brunel Road. At the time it was called Brunel Road as well. On the 20th of October 1973, the route was withdrawn between Tolworth and Hampton Court and Hampton Grammar School. The Hampton Court section was replaced by the 152. Hampton Grammar School journeys were replaced by a new route 152A. The route masters were reintroduced at the time. On the On the 18th of May 1975, the route was extended from Tolworth back to Chessington Zoo during summer Sundays. On the 14th of December 1975, by the way, that's my birthday. That's interesting. The route was converted to full AEC Routemaster operation, and then basically on the 31st of March 1979, the route was diverted via Alton East Estate at Roehampton. On the 31st of January 1981, the allegation was transferred to Shepherd's Bush Garage. Shepherd's Bush has been around for a long time. On the 23rd of January 1982, the route was rerouted in Roehampton via Alton Road. Alton Road being, well, just off Bessborough Road. On the 4th of September 1982, the route was withdrawn between Tolworth and Chessington Zoo. On the 29th of January 1983, part of the allegation was transferred to Norbiton Garage, and the Monday to Saturday service was extended to Kingston. Leyland Nationals were introduced at the same time. Stop. On the 21st of May 1985, the route was extended to Chessington Zoo during summer Sundays. And then basically, to what we know now, on the 25th of May 1991, the route was withdrawn between Roehampton and Tolworth. This section was obviously replaced by the 265. And that was basically it. And then on the 24th of January 2004, the route was converted to a 24-hour service. So that is I did. Bus routes and London Wiki. I did. I just used that. Right, well, now that I've finished that part, of course, I can now either answer questions from the chat or I can go on to my bit. So, it's so confusing how I've got to literally open the tabs, but I can't see the chat. So, right. So the first question was, when did it get renumbered to the 72? The answer to that is it got renumbered to the 72 on the 3rd of October 1934. Prior to that, it was the 373. So what parts of the 71? So what parts of the 71 was withdrawn? Let me check. Right, here it is. The route had a brief extension from Hammersmith to East Acton, but had lost its Sunday service. By 1961, the Hammersmith to Richmond section being covered by the Sunday-only 90C, Staines to Richmond / Hammersmith, now the 290 and 190 instead. There was also a Saturday-only extension from Kingston to Sunbury via Hampton and Lower Sunbury from the 13th May 1959 to the 1st July 1964. On the 11th of November 1967, the 71, this is useful to know, the 71 was effectively split at Richmond, with the 90C introduced on Monday to Saturdays between Richmond and Hammersmith only. Right, that I can't read this whole thing because it's a long thing, but yeah, right. So enough of London buses. Wiki bloody blah. That's that. The Right, so now I'm going to go on to the 533 history. The 533 doesn't really have that much of a history. It was introduced as basically a shuttle service running between Hammersmith to Castleknock. I've actually got an old timetable here, and I will show you it. I just need to get it up. Give me a second. I'm just going to mute my thing. You would think 533 is quite new. I'm just going to mute the live stream. I will be back in a second. Give me 2 minutes. So I am back. Yeah, well, the funny thing was that TFL actually, right, this is going to shock you because it says on the 18th, no, not the 18th May, that was when they actually did the changes, but on the 11th of April, you remember that, 2019, the 72 was rerouted via the 533. And apparently, all the routes that went to Hammersmith were cut back to Castleknock, or so they said. But on one of the videos that I've actually seen on YouTube, you can actually see it was during the Hammersmith Bridge closure, the very, very, very first closure, on the 13th of April. I think the video was uploaded, and it was of the 72 being rerouted via the 533. Now, TFL said all routes were meant to basically be withdrawn between Hammersmith and Castleknock, only to find out that in the video you can actually see some of the Hammersmith Bridge routes, if not all of them, going via Hammersmith Bridge Road, then on to Castleknock that way, but via the 533. They weren't in service because the lights were all turned off and they didn't have passengers on. So what they did, this is just my guessing because I don't remember it, even though I probably did. I actually checked. Well, I don't know if it was true when I was on it, because I remember when the very first Hammersmith Bridge closure happened on the 11th of April, and 72 was rerouted via the 533, and all the routes were terminating at Castleknock, as they said. But instead, they were going to Hammersmith, not in service, and then coming back to Castleknock, which I thought was quite I didn't think it worked, because, I mean, why would you terminate at Castleknock, then go to Hammersmith via the 533, go all around Chiswick Bridge to come all the way back to start service? It just didn't work. It was weird. I've actually got the very, very old 533 timetable, and this was from 2013 when the route was introduced for temporary purposes. And the route actually went via Chiswick Bridge, but only one direction. So towards Castleknock, it went via Chiswick High Road and then Chiswick Endersall Road to then loop back over to Chiswick Bridge to then go on to Barnes Bridge, Hammersmith Bridge, and so on. Now, Hammersmith Bridge at the time was only shut in one direction, and that was towards Castleknock. So when the 533 arrived at Castleknock, it would either divert onto Hammersmith Bridge to then do the quick way to Hammersmith bus station effectively, or it would go what it does now, obviously. Now, my suggesting is that the 72 gets rerouted from Hammersmith, starts at Hammersmith as well, to replace the full 533, and then go to Castleknock, and then go to Roehampton Bessborough Road. And this would mean the 33 would become a 24-hour service again, because there will be a bus route going through Castleknock in the evening, because the 72 would become 24-hour again. 33 would become 24-hour. Yeah, that is true. The 49 would be extended to East Acton, 272 Hammersmith, 283 Hammersmith Bridge North Side, or Hammersmith Bridge Road, as they say. But the only reason why I'm doing this is because the Hammersmith Bridge services, well, they got changed effectively on the 18th of May 2019. Now, it's been about, well, nearly 4 years, if not 4 years precisely, that all the routes got rerouted and withdrawn, and and all that. But I generally think this would work, because my suggestion is that 72, 1, 24-hour, 2, Hammersmith to Roehampton. I'll get into what's replacing it between East Acton in a minute. Hammersmith to Roehampton via the current 533 withdrawn. Then go on to the normal line of route to Castleknock. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because, it's very well of people just to get a bus to the north side of the bridge, walk over it, and then they have to get on another bus route, right? It's the same with the 533. Or you could get the 533 to Castleknock and then get another bus. Now, the problem with that is you have to change whatsoever. The thing is, if, for me, for instance, it would work perfectly, because I live in East Acton, and right where the 72, 283, all of them buses terminate. And I think it would work perfectly, because for me, it would work, because it would just be one bus to Hammersmith and then a bus to Roehampton. Now, even though, naturally, even though it is still changing, like, onto multiple buses, it would work perfectly, because you could easily get from the north side to the south side. The 533 would be withdrawn, which I think would work perfectly, because, even though the 533 is pretty efficient now, it doesn't really, in my opinion, it doesn't work, because, well, it does work, but yeah, it's just difficult, in my opinion. And I generally think this could work if I get enough enough signatures on my petition. I'll get into that in a second. Then it may not work, but it could work, because one of the central London routes are proposing to be withdrawn. And I can tell you that has nearly 5,000 signatures, and that was only started like last week. So I think I can do this. And, I do have a bit of doubt that this won't happen. But, what's the point in just not trying at all? Because if you don't try, then, that's it. 72 still goes to the bridge. Thank you. I'm glad you've signed up. 72 goes to the bridge. You have to walk over the bridge. Oh no, 72 gets withdrawn. 90% at the moment follows the 220 and the 272 between East Acton and Wood Lane / White City and Shepherd's Bush, and then Shepherd's Bush to Hammersmith. The thing is, with my suggestion, Hammersmith to East Acton, the 72 isn't really following a specific route. I know. Yeah, exactly. TfL proposing to axe lots of routes to save money is a bad idea. Because think of it. You remember when 15th of June 2019, when they withdrew the what am I saying? The RV1. That went from Covent Garden to Tower Gateway. That was probably one of the best routes, even though it was quick and short, and even though it barely got any passengers. It was amazing for me because it was just a good route. The route that's planning to get withdrawn is the 12, Dulwich Library to Oxford Circus, and I can see why people are quite frustrated with that. Bits of the consultations I have to agree with, like the 23 consultation, they're proposing to reroute that from Park Lane to Aldwych again. That's a pretty good route. I'm glad that's going to Aldwych. One of the proposals that I'm not happy about is the 11 and N11 getting withdrawn. I think TfL are absolutely out of their mind doing that. The 72, yes, I can see the reason why, but for me that just does not work. Now, I'll get into my proposal. My proposal is that 72 Hammersmith to Roehampton via the current 533 gets withdrawn. The service being all right. That, yes, I think I once said to a person, on a subscriber, I said, TfL need a medal of shame. TfL, you're going down the toilet. Just saying. Because the thing is, what people are failing to understand here is that, right, I'll get into that in a second, but the section between East Acton to Hammersmith bus station, Hammersmith Bridge, would be a new route called the 72X, and even though it is a service... All right. You have your views. Right, the 72X is a limited stop service, East Acton to Hammersmith Bridge, North Side. It's just an easier way to get from East Acton to the north side of Hammersmith Bridge, without having to physically change buses or anything, without having to go around the long-winded 283, which goes White City Estate, Shepherd's Bush Market, etc. Now, the X70, there's a lot of debate. I was thinking, what should the route be called? X72, 72X. X72 is like the N72, because instead of the N is an X, and the 72X, I don't know, but whatever. That's my decision. Currently, I'm just gonna get my petition up. Currently, I have 16 supporters, 84 more supporters to the next goal, which is 100. And when I get to 100 signatures, I'm more likely to get on the front page of the website. I've got 323 views and 13 shares. They are proposing to axe the N72 as well. I generally don't know what to think of the whole thing, because, I mean, what people are failing to understand here, well, some people understand it. Like, most of my subscribers understand it. Other people don't understand this, and I'll say it now, and I don't want to offend anyone in any way here. I'm going to try to explain it here. What people are failing to understand is most of the 72 went to Roehampton. All of the 72 time period is it going to Roehampton, and that's why I'm trying to get the 72 back to Roehampton, because look, the 419, yeah, it's a good route, Richmond to Roehampton, perfect, but the thing is, it was quite a bit out of its length of range, because the 419 was a very short route, Richmond to Hammersmith via Barnes Bridge and Castleknock, and then on to Hammersmith Bridge. Well, it didn't actually go to Castleknock, but it went like around the back streets of Castleknock. And I just think that, I mean, it's a good route, and it's a good like destination where it goes to. But I think the 72, I need to get the 72 back to Roehampton, because I just need to. The 72 is amazing. The 72 was an amazing route when it went to Roehampton, and the thing is, the reason why, I've actually got the proper reason as to why it got withdrawn between Roehampton and Hammersmith Bridge when it went over Chiswick Bridge. It was because not many drivers at the time could do the 72 routing via Chiswick Bridge. But I think now, potentially we need to do this, because I need as many signatures as I can get to get this to work. I've sent multiple emails to TfL, and if you keep on doing that, it doesn't mean it will necessarily happen, but it does mean that's another thing, but it does mean that TfL will be put under pressure. They will see the petition, because when I've got enough views, or signatures, I will send it to TfL via email or something. I know the thing is, TfL they need to take it seriously now, because the 72 isn't necessarily a big deal, but it is, because you need a route to go to Roehampton, and I've got the perfect solution. I just need that many signatures, and then I'll send it off to TfL, and then something needs to happen. But other than that, we can't do anything. And, we've only got until the 12th of July to physically do this. And then after that, they'll think about it. And then they've got to think wisely, because the thing is, 72 isn't a big deal, because that isn't more central London. But the central London routes, such as the 12, 11, N11, 507, 211, they're totally... I don't know what to think. I'm not happy at this, because they're withdrawing good routes. But the only thing we can do is do petitions, email TfL, message TfL, call TfL, say this is what we need. We need our voices heard, and the only thing we can really do is we've got to try our best. And that's why I'm doing this live stream. I'm uploading all this to my social medias. We need to do this. And my biggest worry is the 72, because the 72 was an amazing route. It's been going to Roehampton nearly all its life, if not all its life. And, it would just be a shame to lose it. The 72 makes history. going over Hammersmith Bridge. I know that's not open at the moment, but going over Hammersmith Bridge worked. And yeah, we need to do something, because the only thing we can do is do petitions. Get TfL's attention. Somewhat get TfL's attention. Get Hammersmith Bridge's attention. Do something. The 72 needs to be reinstated, and the 72 needs to do this. I mean, come on. Who wants to withdraw the 31? The 113? Some of these changes are absolutely pointless, in my opinion. And yes, I can see by this fellow subscriber that everyone is distraught and they are mad. And the only way we're going to do this is if we actually speak up. We need to get our voices heard. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say. But yeah, make sure to smash the like button. Potentially go on the 72 for the last time. Crying emoji. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely, I'm just saying this, if you can't sign the petition, definitely share it. Share it with your mates, with your friends, whatever. Just, I need to do this. Slowly but surely, I am going up in signatures, but we need to do this. I don't know what to think. I just hope the 72 doesn't get withdrawn. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.